All right, in this video, this is where we're going to get kind of tricky and probably get kind of fancy. What we're going to do is we're going to take our quadcopter and we're going to try to make the quadcopter rotate 360 degrees like we've been doing the rotor blades all this time. The problem that we've been having is Inventor won't let you rotate an object in the same time frame two different ways. So in other words, the rotors have to spin around the rotor post at the same time they're rotating 360 degrees around the center of the drone. So I've kind of found a trick or a secret maybe that I want to share with you, and I'll show you how I was able to kind of figure out how we could do this. So kind of follow this step by step and you should be able to kind of get yours to work too. The main thing is you had to make your rotor assemblies in a separate assembly file, a subassembly, and then bring that assembly into your main quadcopter assembly that we've used. So that's kind of the key. If you try to bring your blades and your post in kind of as separate pieces, it's not going to work, or at least we haven't figured out a way to work. So anyway, I'll shut up and I'll kind of demonstrate to you how we can make this happen. All right, so the first thing I want to do is to begin a new storyboard. Now you don't have to, but I just like to keep it kind of separate of each kind of major step that I do. So I'm going to create a new storyboard by clicking this little plus tab here. I definitely want to start from the end of the previous storyboard. So I'm going to hit OK here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select all of the kind of objects first that I want to rotate this whole quadcopter 360. So I'm not going to worry about the rotation of the rotors at this point. So I'm just going to kind of select everything in the browser here. I don't want the helipad to spin. I do want the quadcopter camera to rotate this time. And I'm going to tweak components. Let's rotate this. And let's try to pick a center point here. Somewhere that might work right there. And then, well, let's see, which way do we want to rotate it? Let's get fancy and go this way. And it's kind of off center a little bit. So maybe let's not do that. Let's hit the X. Let's try this again. I kind of want to pick a spot where it is kind of central. The base I don't want to move. Let's do it again. Tweak it, rotate it, locate it. Maybe somewhere up here. Will that work? Maybe that'll work. And then let's rotate it this way. -360. Hit OK. And let's give that a test. So let's play it. So yeah, that looks pretty good. So it rotated all the way around. Now the trick is getting the rotors to spin as well. So the way that I found to kind of get around that is I'm going to move the slider kind of out of the way of everything here. And then instead of clicking the rotor assembly to move the rotors, I'm going to kind of click the bird's beaks, I call them, to kind of open up the individual parts underneath the rotor assemblies. So I'm going to select each one of those individually. And then I'm going to tweak, rotate, locate, and then I'm going to pick a point that's kind of on the center point of this post here. That looks pretty good. So this one spins this way for 5 seconds. Let's go maybe -3600. Hit OK there. So if I scroll down, you can see that I can move these underneath it. So that's going to work. I can spin those at the same time. And And let me kind of show you a test run of just one of these. So you can see that the rotor spins at the same time that the quadcopter is rotating. So that is really awesome. That's exactly what we want. So I'm just going to kind of go back in and kind of do the other ones the same way. So these, just make sure that you pick the individual pieces this time. Tweak components, rotate, locate. Grab that. This one is going to spin this way, 3600. And then I'm just going to keep on going. Number 3, this one, this one, this one. Let me zoom in on it a little bit. We're going to tweak it, rotate, locate. And I want that one. This one is going to spin back this way. Negative 3600. And then for the last one, 1, 2, 3. We're going to tweak it. Locate. Now this time you should be like a pro at getting these rotors to spin. Although I want to rotate it. Locate it. I say it should be a pro, and then I go ahead and goof one up. So this one's going to go this way. I need more practice. 3600. Hit OK. And then let me try this again. This always. Let's just kind of drag these underneath. So all this is happening simultaneously. Move it over. One more, move it over. Hopefully the time is all 3600 degrees. So let's give this a shot and see what we got. No, I lost my timeline. Oh, it's over here. It's okay. So there we go. We got them all spinning at the same time that it rotates. All right, so we're getting fancy. This thing here it drives me nuts, but anyway, you get the idea. We got that done. So to make a barrel roll, it's pretty much the same method, except just rotating it around a different axis, and then rotating your blades after that. So I'll try to attempt to do that one next.